Example number 1, 10 times a number x equals 150. This is a one-step multiplication equation because there's only one operation here happening to the x, multiplying by 10. The inverse of multiplying by 10 is to divide by 10. So we need to do that to both sides of the equation. We're going to represent dividing by 10 like we do in 7th grade with a fraction bar and a 10 underneath. So 10x divided by 10, 150 divided by 10. Now, 10 divided by 10 actually cancels out and will give me 1x. I'm going to write that over here because I'm running out of space. 150 divided by 10 is going to give me 15. Therefore, our solution to this equation, 10x equals 150, the solution is x equals 15. You always want to put a circle or a box or something around our solution. And of course, we want to check that. If we think the solution is 15, how can we be sure if we're right? Plug it in. 10 times 15, does it give me 150? In fact, it does. So our solution is correct. Example number 2. Negative 2 multiplied by a will give me 8 equals 8. So identify what they're doing to the a. They're multiplying by negative 2. So we need to divide by negative 2 on both sides. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 gives me just 1a. 8 divided by negative 2 gives me negative 4. Our solution to this equation is a equals negative 4. We may check by plugging it in. So negative 2 times negative 4, does in fact it give us 8? Let's check. Negative 2 times negative 4 does give me 8. And this is what we wanted it to do. So therefore, our solution is correct. Example number 3. Negative 3e equals 81. Here they're multiplying, so we need to do the inverse of multiplying by negative 3, which is divide by negative 3. We need to do that to both sides. Now here it represents that it's canceling each other out because negative 3 divided by negative 3 will give me 1e. 81 divided by negative 3. Well, I know a positive divided by a negative is going to give me negative. And now I'm going to do the division workout over here. 81 divided by 3. Okay, 3 does go into 8. It goes in 2 times. That would give me 6. 8 subtracted, 6 take away from 8, 2. Carry down that 1. 3 goes into 21 7 times. Okay, so 81 divided by negative 3 is negative 27. See how I wrote the negative down there first? Because once I went over here to do the division out, I didn't want to forget about it. So our solution is e equals negative 27. We can check. We can check by doing this problem out. Negative 3 times negative 27 does in fact give us 81. Let's see. A negative times a negative is a positive, so I know it's going to be a positive. We want it to equal 81. 27 times 3, that's 21. This gives me 6 plus 2 is 8 more. Yes, in fact, it does work. So this is our solution. Alrighty, negative 105 equals negative 6 times x. Same idea. It's just written with this, the algebraic expression on the right-hand side as opposed to the left, like up here. We're going to follow the same process. If you needed to, you could always rewrite it like this. Okay, but I'm going to stick with this right here. Negative 6 times x equals negative 105. So identify the side with the x, that's right here. What are they doing to the x? They are multiplying by negative 6. So I ask myself what the inverse of multiplying by negative 6 is, and it is to divide by negative 6. Okay? These cancel out. Negative 6 divided by negative 6 gives me 1x. You don't have to write the 1, but you can. And negative 105 divided by negative 6. Well, I know that's going to give me a positive, and I'm going to do the division out over here. 6 goes into 1. It doesn't, but it goes into 10 once. That gives me 6. Six goes into 45. That's going to be 7 times. That gives me a 42. Aha. Okay, so there's nothing else to take down, and I have this remainder here. So I need to add a decimal point and a 0. It looks like my answer will be a decimal. That's okay. 6 goes into 30 5 times. 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, so my answer is 17.5. So let me just rewrite this a little neater. We believe our solution is x equals 17 and 5/10. Okay, I need to do my check workout over here. All right, so I need to make sure that negative 105 is the same as negative 6 times 17.5. 17 and 5/10. I'm going to do that out over here. 17 and 5/10 times 6. A negative times a positive is going to give me a negative. So I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. Remember, I want it to equal negative 105. So this is going to give me 30. 42 plus 3 is 45. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 4 is 10. And there's one number after the decimal here, so I move it over here. So in fact, it is negative 105. So our solution is correct.